Well, it's a big show.
I must dig my dig in the mashed potatoes. Go hog.
This is a team sport. It's not a talent-based sport.
Hello. I guess my computer's being super weird. I don't know what's happening, but whatever. Hello. Welcome to another episode. Maybe one of the best episodes of the College Football Tailgate. As always, it is me, XFL Jim, joined by the man himself, Erik, a.k.a. eTop21 Sports, a.k.a. Uncle fucking Rico. What's up, buddy?
Nothing, man. What's up with you, brother?
I'm living life to the fullest. This is week 1 of college football. We finally made it. We are here. This is a glorious week. We get football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's a celebration of college football. It's a fantastic time to be watching. Tune in, plug in, sit down, and just kick back and watch some great ball. I'm loving it. It's great. How'd you like week 0?
Dude, I went 2-2. Kansas State doesn't know how to run a quarterback sneak, which is absolutely embarrassing. If they just would have, there's 2 crucial times they could have ran a quarterback sneak and did it. They didn't. Every chance they outgained Iowa State. They outgained them 2 yards on yards per play. Embarrassing. They didn't win that game. Kansas played faster than they thought they would be. The Western Kentucky, their offense looked fun. That game was fun. And Hawaii. Jesus, Hawaii, dude. Hawaii, baby.
Hawaii looked fierce. So, before we get into the picks for today, of which I assure you I have many, I know Erik has some as well. Let's talk a little past. So, a couple things from this week. Thursday, USF 34, Boise State 7.
Hey, when we did the AAC preview, I said, hey, take South Florida plus the points and the money line. I did that. Comfortable win. And we've seen this in one of the games that I do have a bet on for Sunday, is there's a team that's overhyped going into the year. They don't live up to expectations. And then the next season, that's the year. And I think that's what's going to be with South Florida, And if Brown can stay healthy, I mean, I have a future on them to win the AAC. If Brown can stay healthy, they look really good. But that's the big if. They need him to stay healthy.
I got one there right with you. Are we surprised at all that Boise State looked this bad?
No, not at all. No Gentry. They forced the quarterback to pass.
Not this bad.
Yeah. And no offensive coordinator. Guys, when you lose your coordinator, that's a big thing if there's not a significant upgrade.
Do you feel like we should retroactively give Genty the Heisman from last year?
No.
No? I think based on how much he carried this team to the fucking playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, like,
disgusting.
Hunter played.
I'm just joking, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Oh, shoot. Bowling Green, 26 Lafayette 7. I just wanted to mention this one just because I love Bowling Green's new faux mascot. I don't know if you've seen this, Erik. Little Pudge the Cat. Are you a Pudge the Cat fan?
I'm not really a cat guy, so no.
Disrespectful. Rutgers 34, Ohio 31. Hey!
More competitive.
Those Bobcats.
More competitive than I thought. I thought that
Ohio.
Rutgers was going to steamroll them here. I thought Ohio was going to take a step back.
Perhaps maybe rethinking some things over there, Erik.
No,
Wyoming. Wyoming 10, Akron 0. This game was just shit. I just wanted to mention that one because it was shit. UCF 17. Oh.
Whoa. Rewind to Akron. Okay, so I had Akron +7 and on the money line. They get a turnover. They are steamrolling down the field, running the fucking ball. For whatever reason, on the 5-yard line, you don't run the ball. You have Finley throw it. And then, there is nobody within 5 feet of where he's throwing the ball. It was an awful INT. And then they were inside the number until there was a broken coverage touchdown with 4 minutes left. That was just a brutal loss, dude. Brutal loss for that +7. Still good.
UCF 17, Jayville State 10. I think UCF might be the worst team in the Big 12.
I think you just don't like Scott Frost.
Who do you have as the worst team in the Big 12?
Jesus Christ. Worst team in the Big 12. Yeah, it could be them. It could be them.
I think it's either them or Houston.
You're right. I think Houston, it could surprise some people.
Maybe. Minnesota, there was like a Big Ten scare, like bottom of the Big Ten scare. Like Minnesota and Buffalo was close. Obviously, we talked about Rutgers. Wisconsin 17, Miami of Ohio. That game was kind of sloppy. And then Nebraska 20, Cincinnati 17.
I mean, that Buffalo. I had Buffalo +18.5. Props to Minnesota for that freaking 9-minute drive to close the game. So I'd have to sweat it out.
I saw that, dude. That was like beautiful. It was like reviving the Big Ten West. 9-minute drive, no points.
Dude, it was the sexiest thing I saw all day.
Oh, it makes me yearn for the past. And then on my Nebraska, quick little take. They won a 1-score game. Good. Defensive line, bad. Dylan Raiola, good. But also, I wish we would have seen him throw down the field more. I know Cincinnati was doing like a 3-high deal. He took what he got. Clean for the most part. Didn't try to force anything. But defense, man. Nebraska defense. Run defense especially. Bad. Real bad.
You don't like what you're seeing?
I wasn't super hyped coming into the season on the run defense, and this game fully explained why.
Mm-hmm.
Then on to Friday. Tarleton State 30, Army 27.
Woo!
Our troops are in trouble, Erik.
Our troops are in trouble, Jimmy.
Our troops are in big trouble. Army's going to be real bad this season. Damn, I didn't know they were going to be this bad.
I'll tell you what. The thing that I was watching a game at a bar once. This guy was loaded off his ass, and he obviously bet it was either Army or Navy. And he turns to his buddy. He goes, "Should I be worried that these are the people that are protecting our country?"
Maybe.
One of the funnier things I've seen.
Wake Forest barely escaping Kennesaw State 10-9.
Yes. Wake's bad, dude. They're really bad.
Wake might... The ACC might have the 2 worst Power 4 teams.
Yeah.
Wake and Stanford?
Yeah.
I'll say that. They do. How about your boys, Michigan State, taking on Western Michigan, dominating 23-6?
Look good. Love how Western Michigan got inside the number without. Are you drinking wine?
This is grape juice.
Without scoring a touchdown. Dominated that game. Looked good. I'm interested to see how Aiden Childs looks with an actual competent offensive line.
I'm excited to see Michigan State this season. Auburn 38, Baylor 24.
All right,
go ahead, go off, King.
All right, this is my rant. Auburn was doing nothing in the first quarter offensively. They could not get dick going. Baylor scores a field goal. Baylor gets the ball, drives all the way down. This is the thing, as someone that played at a high level, coached at a high level, frustrates the shit out of me. No one understands scoreboard pressure. You score there, you're keeping that opponent down. It's early in the game. There's no real difference between 7 and 3. Look, if this is later in the fourth quarter, later in the third quarter, math-wise, where you need a touchdown, I get it. I fucking understand it. But you have to take the points there. You don't take the points. Robertson made an awful throw. They're arguing PI. They're not going to call PI in that situation or holding or whatever. Then boom. Auburn immediately gets the momentum's immediately there on the air side. Offense just started clicking, and they just steamroll the rest of the game. You take the points there. You keep the pressure on. And for anyone that says, well, the analytics say this, show me the analytics. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people say, the analytics say this, the analytics say this. I was a math major. Show me the fucking analytics. Like, literally, show me the analytics. And then I'm going to tell you this. The way football is played for your quote-unquote analytics over the last 10, 15 years is played completely fucking different now. I guarantee in 10, 15 years, people are going to look back and be like, wow, these guys had a chance to take points and they're fucking going for it? How dumb were these guys? It's mind-boggling how this always bites teams in the asses and completely flips a game. And it's like the media is so pussified. No one says, hey, Miranda, you realize by you chasing points, you switched the momentum of the game, and it was basically a 10-point swing, and your team never recovered. Like, that question was not asked at all in the press conference.
Well, if it was a 10-point swing, they still lose.
I know, but the team, they weren't doing anything. There was no momentum. There was no juice on Auburn's side. You give the team the juice. You give them the momentum. And
I think the people
it's driving all the way down there on the other side and not fucking scoring.
I think, at least from what I've heard, the people that argue analytics more often than not are the people that say there's not really momentum. Like, that's not a real thing.
Momentum is so real. If you say there's no momentum, you've never played a sport in your life.
Like, there is a feeling in the air.
There is momentum in the night.
There is something intangible, right?
Sports is so mental. People always talk about the physical stuff. It is so mental. And if you're fucking down, that affects shit. And that has to do with momentum. And like Miranda, I am after that game, I know it's an overreaction. I am completely rethinking. I am downgrading Baylor immensely.
Oh, I still got Baylor winning the Big 12, making the playoffs.
No chance. No chance.
I do. I will say for me, I got my first bit of quad box practice in of the season. I needed a preseason, brother. It was rough trying to keep up. So I had Auburn, Baylor, I had Georgia Tech, UNLV, Sam Houston, and Central Michigan, San Jose State all on the screen.
Oh, BTW, this new Central Michigan running attack.
Love it. Love it.
I took them 14 last night. Really wish I would have had the testicles to play the money line. I didn't. They ran the ball at will. Granted, there's a couple turnovers by San Jose State, and I think that's something we need to remember. When you lose someone like a Nick Nash, someone that the quarterback always looked to, they're going to regress the offense.
I was also disappointed with San Jose State.
They did lose a lot offensively, though.
They did. Fair. I mean, we talked about that, losing one of our favorite wide receivers.
Nick Nash.
Yeah, shout out Nick Nash. UNLV looked pretty darn good in this game. Sam Houston. Blech.
I didn't even watch it.
Dude, there was some really, like the Sam Houston, especially their O-line, looked awful. And then Georgia Tech 27, Colorado 20. Perhaps some of the worst clock management I've seen in my life by Dion at the end there. Did you see this?
No, I did not. I did not watch this game.
They're down 7 with like a minute left to go. They don't call a timeout the entire drive.
What does that mean?
They got 2 timeouts.
Does that mean he gets 5 timeouts the next game?
I hope so. I hope that's the only reason. Like, dude, and Erik, in one play on that drive, they went from 40 seconds down to 17 seconds.
Yeah, I totally agree. I go on timeout rants all the time. And it comes back to, I just don't think he knows how to manage it. I think a lot of these guys have a guy on the sidelines who are in your ear with how to manage the clock. And I don't think that these coaches watch enough football in their spare time. I think they're just players, dude.
We got some picks coming in already. We got I had the Lakers getting Marshall with the big number today. Old man can play about Detroit sports. Loving Georgia State. We got plenty of picks. Eric, are you ready to go through all of these wonderful games?
I'm ready, my friend.
Starting off with probably the biggest game of the day. It's crazy to me that Ohio State keeps getting like strong-armed into these noon spots. It's Ohio State versus Texas. Ohio State is a 1.5-point home favorite. Over-under is 47.5. Minus 102 on the money line for the Longhorns. You touching this one, Eric?
I'm not touching this one at all. If I can get Texas at a good like plus 50 or higher, I will look to do that. My 2 cents is they lost Kelly, the offensive coordinator. You lost your defensive coordinator. I think that's going to be a downgrade with the coaches they have coming in. You lost some key players on the outside on the offensive line. My worry is Stark gets a little bit too cute. We've seen this before where he gets a little too cute. And because he gets too cute, it cost his team. He had a quote that I read on X. He compared Archie Manning. He said, Arch is going to do for us what Jaden Daniels did for the Commanders.
Okay. The way I'm viewing these teams, aside from the coordinator stuff, I feel like they're not in that dissimilar of a position. Texas lost a ton. Ohio State lost a ton, especially defensively. But I do think Ohio State last year, offensive line super banged up, a little bit healthier this time. I still like Ohio State's receiving core a little bit better. And I feel like where the position both these teams are in, I got Ohio State just as a pickup at like minus 105.
Okay.
I'm taking the home team. I'm taking Ryan Day. Again, I don't know what to think of Arch, but I will say this. The one thing that worries me is I do think the best unit on the field is the Texas defense. So I could even entertain a potential under here.
Real quick. I'm just going through Twitter right now. That Trent guy's on Ohio State, so it basically means Texas is going to win. That's number one.
Well, okay, I'm fucked then. He's on Texas?
No, he's on Ohio State.
Okay, yeah, Texas is going to win this then.
Number two, did you see how ESPN is flying Corso on Southwest?
Yeah, the clip of like everyone like shouting for him and whatnot in the airport.
Yeah.
It was This is his last one, dude. This has got to be it.
Oh, this is his retirement one. He's done after this.
Good.
But let's not fly him anything. Let's just fly him. Let's go ahead.
That's not flying private at all. No, he's only been like the biggest part of the show forever, but it's fine. It's fine. Also at 11 a.m. Central Time, Tennessee at Syracuse. Tennessee are 13.5-point road favorites. Over under is 51.5 plus 390 on the money line for the Qs. Orange v. Orange, Eric?
I got
Do you want to touch this one?
I got nothing.
I wanted to get there. Obviously, I want to love Syracuse so much. But I feel like with what they lost, it's hard for a team at Syracuse's level to kind of just reload.
I saw that Heupel's 9-0 in these situations at ATS.
Yeah. Like, especially, what do we say? Tennessee, like, every year just kills it to open the year.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're going to look to back the balls, that would be it. But I wouldn't touch this game at all.
I have this game a little later.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, little tease for the people. Florida Atlantic at Maryland. FAU, baby. Maryland, the Terps are 14-point home favorites. Over-under is 60.5, plus 455 on the money line. Loxley on the hot seat at all?
I got nothing here.
We didn't really talk Big Ten. I wanted to get there with FAU, dude. I think Maryland's going to be really bad.
Dude, Maryland in September.
I know. But we said they weren't. They scrapped that last year. They lost like 2 games in September last year.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, man. I wanted to get there with FAU. I ended up not. But this is like, if Maryland loses this one, bad. Ball State, Purdue.
But this is one of those things where it's like Western Kentucky's offensive coordinator is there now. Brought in Vanderkamp, who was at Western Kentucky. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I know.
Right there, like, there is a path.
The optics are. I'm saying the optics. Like if Maryland, like, because Loxley, the reason he's keeping his job is because he's like this great recruiter, riling up these guys. He's not a very good in-game coach from what I've seen.
No, I think he's brutal.
So he's a guy that needs like great coordinators, and it just hasn't, like, I don't know, it hasn't been working out. Ball State, Purdue. Purdue's minus 16.5. Over under 48.5 plus 525 on the money line. Shout out, let's make some money. This is a classic MAC Big Ten. I wanted to get there again. I didn't touch this one with Ball State, Purdue. You feeling it?
Nothing.
To retract, by the way, I did take the over in Syracuse, Tennessee, over 52.
Ooh, like it.
I missed that one. Mississippi State, Southern Miss. Mississippi State are 14.5-point road favorites at Southern Miss. Over under 60.5 plus 425 on the money line.
I took Southern Miss plus the 14.5 and plus 460. New coach Charles Huff, who won the Sun Belt last year at Marshall, is Southern Miss's new coach. 21 transfers come in from Marshall, bringing in immediate chemistry and impact. Braylon Braxton, preseason G5 All-American, gives Southern Miss a dual threat weapon against Mississippi State. Morton and Marshall transfers. The two Fosters are in the secondary, elite in the secondary. Last year, Mississippi State last in FBS and sacks, allowed 7.1 yards per play in SEC play. Portal additions really didn't address those issues. Motivation, atmosphere, in-state rivalry, a blackout game at Roberts Stadium for Southern Miss. Southern Miss as a deep wide receiver core. 5 of Marshall's top 7 wide receivers come in. Mitch Davis is a big play threat, immediate connection with Braxton to take advantage of the Mississippi State secondary. Plus, there's some uncertainty at the quarterback position for Mississippi State. Blake Sapkin is returning from major injury. He did not play last year. First meaningful action. Rust is going to be there. Game script outlook, Southern Miss has enough offensive firepower, defensive playmakers to stay competitive and cover the spread. And I think they're going to straight up win here. And plus, who is Mississippi State?
To be laying that many points?
Who is Mississippi State to be laying that many points? Literally.
On the road. Southern
Miss is Marshall from last season. And I think people are forgetting that. So I'm going to take them. I'm giving me Southern Miss here. 14.5, 460 on the money line, dude.
I got him at 450 on the money line. I also got 14.5. I'm right there with you with Southern Miss, dude. This is also just a major fade of Mississippi State. I like where Mississippi State is going. I like the path that they are on. They are still very, very far away from being anything. And that's why I must take Southern Miss. Northwestern, Tulane.
I miss Mike Leach.
Every day. Every week I miss Mike Leach so much. Northwestern at Tulane. Tulane is a 4.5-point home favorite, over under 45.5, plus 164 on the money line for the Wildcats.
I'm sorry, dude.
Northwestern Tulane, baby.
This line has moved way too much. Moved way, way, way too much. If you're gonna bet Northwestern, they were getting 7 like 2 weeks ago. Now
yeah, it's kind of wild.
Now it's down to what, 4.5?
4.5.
I wouldn't touch it. I'm not high on either team right here.
I actually might like Tulane at that number. I don't know.
It's going to be humid in Nolans?
Nolans, baby?
How are the Northwestern boys going to handle that? Plus, I really don't like the coaching staff at Northwestern at all.
Yeah, I really don't like Northwestern's coaches. No. I love Tulane. I don't know. I like Tulane this season. We talked about that earlier. I didn't touch this one, though. Merrimack, Kent State. Kent State, 6.5-point favorite.
Who the fuck's Kent State to be laying this many points, but I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I didn't touch it either. Duquesne, Pitt, 38.5 points for Pitt.
Nothing.
Erik. I might have to put Pitt in my big boy spread parlay.
Jesus.
VMI Navy, 41.5 points.
No.
Maybe actually back VMI here. Maybe you fade the troops. Although this is a troop v troop matchup. Because I'm pretty sure VMI is Virginia Military Institute, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Toledo at Kentucky. Kentucky are 10-point home favorites over under 49.5 plus 295 on the money line.
I wanted to get there, dude. I really wanted to get there, but I just can't do it. And the worry point for me with Kentucky is they just now named the starter. It is never a good sign when it's taken this fucking long to say who your starter is.
And that's why I could get there, Eric. 10 is too many points. Toledo will do it again. Not only will they cover the 10 against this Kentucky team, who I feel like this is Stoops' last season. He's checked out. They're donezo. I have him on the money line. Toledo plus 305.
Okay.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Central Connecticut State, UConn. UConn 28.5.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Robert Morris, West Virginia. WVU minus 40.5. Did you guys see the video of Stoops at the bar? No.
That's from the summer. That's old.
That doesn't. Okay. He did say, I did see a quote. Stoops did say that this was the most motivated he's ever been since his time in Kentucky to coach.
No, we'll see.
He has said it three separate times during a press conference. I don't know if I like a coach needing to remind everyone how motivated he is. Fordham, Boston College, 34.5, Eric.
Nothing.
ODU, Indiana. Kentucky, lay the points.
Ooh.
I like the angle. Actually, I hate the angle. I'm all over Toledo. ODU at Indiana. Indiana is a 23.5-point home favorite, over under 53.5 plus 1,200 on the money line. I thought about it.
Indiana covers these numbers, dude.
I know.
I mean, their coach loves covering these fucking numbers, dude.
Yep. This is a classic Signetti game. You know what? Maybe I'll get... You know what? Yeah. Indiana minus 23.5. Indiana minus 23.5. Add it to my card. Do it. Eastern Kentucky, Louisville. Louisville, 37.5 points.
No.
Huh? Alabama at Florida State. Alabama's a 14-point road favorite.
Oh, my God. So this game is so... Florida State was such a fucking shit show last year.
They were awful last year.
This is going to be the game. They're going to throw everything at them. And we saw how much Alabama struggled against Oklahoma with Arnold running last year. Now you got Castellanos, Gus Malzahn offense, quarterback mobility. I really, really, really want to fucking get there, Jimmy. I really, in my head of heads, I wanted to get there with Florida State.
I can't.
But I didn't do it.
Yeah, I can't.
I didn't do it. I didn't bet any big schools.
I do think this would be the most hilarious upset of the day, though. If it happened, if Florida State wins.
I will say this. We didn't do an SEC show because of my crazy life.
Or Big Ten.
I did bet Alabama plus 1,100 to win it all.
I'm also on Alabama hard. I also liked in the SEC. I did like LSU a decent amount. And obviously Georgia. Nevada, Penn State. I wanted to take Penn State minus the 42.5.
I did nothing.
I have it a little bit later, and it's not what you're thinking, Eric. It's not the thing that you hate. It is a different thing. But I do have this game later. Marshall, Georgia. Georgia minus 38.5, over under 52.5. I believe someone in the chat did say they are on Marshall.
Yeah. Kirby's never covered a number over 35.
Never.
Never.
There we go. I hate the Lakers.
And he's right. He's never covered anything.
So then I should... Sports Facts also taking Penn State first half.
Not bad. You know what I mean? Franklin could lay off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. Do we take Marshall then? I think if this was like
so
over
much fucking turnover there.
If this was like over 40 or like 48, I could see it. But there's a reality where Georgia just wins this one, not even trying, 42-0.
There is what I like to do in games like this is I will wait to the first half and I will see what the number is. Maybe look to play a first half under, a second half under, or second half point spread. But I'm not going to do anything pre-flop.
Like I worry that like Marshall will just get 0 points, even with Georgia putting in backup after backup after backup.
Yeah,
that would be my worry. South Dakota at Iowa State. Iowa State 15.5 point favorite here. Over under 46.5. Plus 525 on the money line. Are we taking South Dakota, Erik?
Yeah, I got South Dakota. I got them at 15. This is just a situational spot, dude. Iowa State just returned from overseas, coming off a tight win over K-State. And who do they have on deck? Iowa. They're going to play conservative. They're just going to want to get out of this game to avoid injuries. Historic trend, the last 20 years, teams in their first game against teams in their second game, teams in their first game are covering 56% of the time. Why is that? Because the team has film. They know what the other team is going to look to do. Let's look at South Dakota last year. 436.9 yards per game, ninth in the FCS. Bowman, their quarterback, top 5 in program history in TDs, yards, and completion. Pierre, their running back, over 1,200 yards rushing last year, 7.5 yards per carry. Those guys are back, and against K-State, they really struggled versus the run. And they historically, their last 5 games FCS matchups have all been decided by 14 points or less. I just think this is just a huge situational spot, and South Dakota's offense has enough juice where it can sneak into the back door, man. So, like, you got it. It's a situational spot. You just literally had a conference win in Ireland. Now you're going to have to travel back across the ocean. Body's going to have to adjust the time change. Now you're going to have to play South Dakota with your big rival Iowa next week. I mean, just all the sense in the world to be good.
Everything here this is the ultimate spot play of the weekend, in my opinion. I'm also on South Dakota plus 15.5. Do we also, I know, I think K-State's playing North Dakota.
I'm not touching K-State, dude.
Okay, that's fair. Temple, UMass. Temple is a 1.5 point favorite in this game on the road. Over under 48.5, plus 105 on the money line.
I took UMass plus 2.5. You can shop around. You can still get at that number. Rose from Utah, big upgrade at the quarterback position. Griffin comes in from UTSA as the running back, running behind one of the best offensive lines UMass has had in years. I think the addition of Kurt Anderson as the offensive line coach is going to insanely improve the trench work of UMass. They added Nobes on the defensive line, a pass rushing threat. Secondary made upgrades. Back four is going to be better in pass coverage. Coaching and player upgrades make UMass more competitive. Temple, anytime there's a quarterback battle that lingers late, I'm a little bit worried. They lose right, which limits the outside playmaking. Back 7 of the defense, big upgrade. They were 0-6 last year in 2024. 20-game road losing streak. Who the fuck is Temple to be a favorite? I don't care who they're playing. They should not be favored. This team doesn't win on the road. Now, when we look at UMass returns 10 defensive starters, Randolph and Johnson, I think they're going to be able to exploit Temple's weak offense, only 19.6 yards per game. Unsettled quarterback situation for Temple increases likelihood of turnovers, shorter field, favors UMass. I think UMass made some coaching upgrades. I think they got better at the skill positions. I'm going to take UMass here plus 2.5.
I'll need to rewatch, but I'm pretty sure we made a bet on UMass this season.
We did. I have the over 4.5.
Give me Temple -2. Give it to me. I need it. This is my judgment play right here. This is I'm swinging. I'm coming out with a haymaker. I'm taking Temple -2. This is a principled play. Holy Cross, Northern Illinois, NIU -12.5. Erik, touching this one.
No.
I'm also staying away. Bucknell Air Force, huh?
No.
Huh?
No.
Well, it doesn't support our troops. I see how it is. Montana State, Oregon. Oregon minus 26.5. Montana State, one of the top FCS teams.
Can't do it.
I know. It's just this Oregon team, they live to like beat this. I don't know what to think of Oregon. I could see a world. If this was Montana, I could see a world where I bet this game. But Montana State, I must stay away. Maine, Liberty. Liberty 25.5 point favorites here. Over under 52.5. Plus 1,700. Sneaky under 52.5.
Interesting.
Maybe a sneaky under. Alabama, A&M, Arkansas. Bleh. Jesus, UMass would rather sit through a ballet recital than watch that shit.
Respect.
Chattanooga, Memphis. Also, I'm not touching. 28.5 points for Memphis, though. This is one. Okay, here's one that I looked and I tried to wrap my head around. I just ended up staying away. Coastal Carolina at Virginia. Virginia is a 13.5 point favorite here. Over under 56.5 plus 3 on the money line for Coastal. I just think we weren't high enough. Like when we previewed them, we weren't high enough on Coastal for me to like fully get behind this.
Yeah.
I do have them a little bit later just because I have my swing for the fences money line parlay.
How many parlays do you have?
I think 3, maybe 4.
My swing.
Erik, it's week 1. It's week 1. Okay, it's week 1. I don't want to hear it. It's week 1.
My swing for the fences parlay.
It's week 1. It's week 1. Illinois State, Oklahoma, no. Weber State, JMU, no. Although I am, just to like reiterate, I am much higher on James Madison than Erik is. Albany at Iowa, no. But I am intrigued to see how Iowa looks offensively every time they step on the field. UTSA, Texas A&M. Texas A&M are 23.5 point home favorites. Over under 56.5 plus 1,100 on the money line for UTSA. I thought about taking the over. I thought about it.
Nothing.
Thought about taking the over. North Dakota, Kansas State, already mentioned this one. We're staying away. LIU at Florida, 45.5 points, Erik. Can you take Florida minus 45.5?
Nope.
Do you have like a number in your head that you just won't take any team minus that number?
I hate laying big numbers. I mean, it's like this. Like I would used to, like back in the Oklahoma, Oregon, and Baylor heydays when they were really good.
Yeah.
Always playing first quarter, first half, and over first half. That was always the thing. Then I just kind of slowly got away, start doing that because now teams don't run it up like they used to.
They really don't. Austin P. Middle Tennessee.
Nope.
Nickel State, Troy. We getting any of that? I don't know, man. Some of these games are rough. North Alabama, Western Kentucky, though, also not touching.
No.
Morgan State, South Alabama.
Nope.
Charleston Southern at Vandy. Huh?
I only play Diego when he's a dog, dude.
Same. LSU at Clemson. Clemson are 4 point home favorites. Over under 58.5 plus 160 on the money line.
Who is this?
Tigers of LSU.
Oh, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. Did you watch the SEC special on Netflix? I knew the players didn't like Brian Kelly. I didn't know they didn't like Brian Kelly this much.
Well, I mean, he's like Brian Kelly's a top 2 unlikable person in the sport.
Like you can tell these guys just don't like him. My worry is this. I like Clemson. I have a future on them, and now I'm seeing everyone having a future on them. And I
know
to be in that position. That is legitimately my big worry point. When we look back, I look back at who they played last year. Kubiak's stats were good, but it wasn't really like, oh shit, that was against a good team. And I'm having a little flashbacks of when they got completely boat raced last year.
By Georgia,
and Georgia was not that good. If I were to bet this game, I would probably bet LSU.
I did not touch this one. Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. I'm very worried about this one. I do think both teams are good. I do think LSU offensively has the power to do a bunch of this and like make things happen here. See, that's the other reason I stayed away is because now I'm seeing everyone fucking taking LSU in this game. I haven't seen anyone taking Clemson in this game.
Yeah,
I'm just
nothing.
Yeah, I had to stay away.
Anyone watch anybody Clemson? Anyone?
New Mexico at Michigan. Michigan is a 34.5-point favorite here. Over under 48.5 plus 3,500 on the money line. I will say this. Retroactively, I did take Penn State minus 43. I am taking Michigan minus 35. This is part of a different deal. I'm fading the Mountain West this week. I'm fading the Mountain West.
I'm doing nothing in this game.
I'm just going to be fading the Mountain West all weekend. I think the Mountain West is actually sneaky not a good conference. Like even as far as like group like G6 conferences.
Okay.
I think it's the AAC. I think it's the Sun Belt, maybe a little bit. Mountain West, bad. UTEP at Utah State. Utah State minus 6 at home, over under 60.5 plus 185 on the money line. Guess what, baby? That means I'm taking UTEP plus the 6, and I sprinkle a little bit on that money line at plus 190.
Guess what? I took UTEP plus 6.5 and plus 195.
Oh!
What did UTEP do in the offseason? They went out. Everyone on their offensive line is over 315 pounds, facing one of the smaller defensive lines in the country in Utah State. Also, Utah State's offensive line is inexperienced. Jim, if you add up our career starts on the offensive line and Utah State's career starts on the offensive line, it's the same number, 0. A very inexperienced. So I think UTEP has the advantage on both sides of the ball in the trenches. UTEP is going to be able to give Malachi Nelson time to connect with Odom on the outside, also going to establish the run game. Nelson, former 5-star recruit, redshirt sophomore, elite potential. Are we finally going to see what everyone thought he was going to be now at UTEP? Dual threat ability creates some matchup problems for Utah State's rebuilt defense. UTEP, defensive tackle Katie Johnson, Micah Davey are here, along with Neil Campbell improves the secondary. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go back to the old school days, buddy. The Orange Swarm is going to look like they're fucking back for this game, dude. I think their defense is going to shine. Utah State's defense allowed 37.8 points per game, 255 yards passing. Last year, they lost key players. A lot of unsecondary under new coach Bracken Mendenhall. I think also historically they've been vulnerable to mobile quarterbacks. Nelson's dual threat ability is going to give them a matchup advantage. I just think UTEP controls the trenches, balance attack, exploit Utah State's weaknesses. They have the defensive playmakers. Utah State's secondary is really weak. I'm getting 6.5 and plus 195 on the money line. I think the Broncos are favorite here. And did you see when Nelson was named? Did you see that when Nelson was named the starter? The line went from 3.5 to 6.5. Wild shit, dude.
Missouri State at USC. I just want to mention Missouri State's like electing to just take 2 poundings. There's 36.5 points. Jesus. Arkansas Pine Bluff, Texas Tech, baby. 52.5 points. I think Texas Tech is one of the teams that you could elect to like run it up just because they're trying to get all these transfers to gel.
Yeah.
I can see them definitely running it up. Georgia State at Ole Miss. Ole Miss, 33.5 point home favorite here, brother.
So someone made an interesting point on X. Their thing was Ole Miss ran up all these scores in their non-conference last year, showed everything, played Kentucky, and then lost to Kentucky. Does that mean Lane's just going to hold everything tighter to the chest this year?
No, because I feel like they didn't lose to Kentucky because they like had showed stuff. I think they lost to Kentucky just because they played like shit.
Okay.
And I feel like, obviously, I think the way everything is situated now, I do think that style points are kind of back.
Okay.
But also losses don't matter as much, so I don't know. Rice at Louisiana. Louisiana are 10.5-point favorites here, over under 48.5, plus 320 on the money line.
Jim, I did it, dude.
Real men bet these schools.
I did it, dude. Give me Rice plus 11.5, plus 360. Dude, we saw it last night with CMU and their running attack. We saw it last night with CMU and their running attack. Rice is switching to a triple option, Army-style offense under new coach Scott Abel. Abel's offense at Davidson led FCS in rushing 6 times, averaging 315 yards per game. Louisiana's defense, only returning 4 starters, must adjust to an unconventional pistol-based triple option attack. And also, their defensive line was the weakness last season. They're replacing 2 linebackers. Defense is going to take a step back. Rice's defense includes Wyatt and Bushnell. I think they're going to be able to exploit gaps, get in the backfield of Louisiana. Rice did a good job covering big numbers last year. Walker Howard from Ole Miss is transferring in. We don't know what he is. Limited experience. Also, they have new 7 starters. And I'm a big thing about momentum. Like, we always talk about carrying momentum into last season. Oh, that team closed good. Let's carry the momentum into this season. Louisiana, they closed the season with like dog shit. They lost the Sun Belt Championship game, lost in their bowl game. I think there is some lingering issues going on there. I think the run game is going to be able to capitalize them, and it's just going to limit the possessions. And we saw it last night with the chip.
It's true. We didn't see it with them damn chips.
On the run, they were sneak out a victory. Rice plus 11.5, and on the money line, dude.
And on the money line. Erik. Okay. You know what? I can't do it because Rice burned me so damn much last year.
Jim, my internet looks like it's freezing. You got me, buddy?
I got you, buddy. We got you.
All right. Just making sure.
I cannot bring myself to bet Rice. Speaking of which, some other books out there, Erik, are offering Rice at 7. Oh, never mind. That's first half. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, people. Don't listen to me ever. Rice burned me bad, dude. So many times last season, Rice burned me. And I can't forgive. I cannot forgive this team.
Jim, sometimes you
just have to set feelings aside, bet with your head. I know how everyone talks. Whatever. I respect it, though. Eastern Michigan and Texas State. Texas State are 14.5-point home favorites here, over under 57.5, plus 400 on the money line for the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. I wanted to get there.
I mean, all Chris Creighton does is cover these big numbers, dude.
I know.
He historically covers numbers. A lot of turnover with Texas State. And there's going to be, when I was looking at the game on Thursday, there's going to be rain. I mean, that could potentially favor Eastern Michigan. But who is Eastern Michigan starting? Noah fucking Kim. I am never going to put money on Noah Kim in my lifetime again. So
you know what? I'll do it. Give me Eastern Michigan to cover the 14 here. I'll never take them to win this game, but I think they can cover. Tulsa, Abilene Christian. Tulsa's a 5.5-point favorite against Abilene Christian. Yikes, Tulsa.
Jesus, dude. Nothing
here. Lamar, North Texas, 24.5. No. Portland State, BYU, 43.5. Bryant, New Mexico State, 19.5.
I'll tell you what, I don't have anything till Sunday, dude.
Georgia Southern, Fresno State. Georgia Southern, a 1.5-point favorite on the road at Fresno.
Southern to win with margin on the road, so there's nothing. I was really
we got the Erik drink with margin.
I can't trust them to win with margin, dude.
I can. I took him. I took Georgia Southern -1.5. I think I'm just fading Fresno this season. Again, fading the Mountain West.
Well, I mean, Warner is their quarterback, and this is a 28 school, it seems like.
Fading the Mountain West. Idaho, Washington State, no. Cal, Oregon State. Oregon State, 1.5-point favorite.
I was a little surprised Oregon State was favored here.
Well, I think people are so low on Cal based on like how much they lost from the transfer portal.
And it's amazing how the quarterback that transferred in from Ohio State didn't get the starting job, and they went with the freshman.
Yeah, kind of what I actually I'm taking Cal here on the money line, +107.
Yeah, you just love that grinder you got out there, buddy.
I do. Hawaii at Arizona State. Sorry, at Arizona. Hawaii at Arizona, the Wildcats. Arizona's a 16.5-point favorite, over under 53.5, +490 on the money line.
True story, Jim. True story. I mentioned the trend about teams week 1 playing a team that played in week 0. Hawaii kicked the field goal. I was like, okay, I'm gonna bet Arizona. I'm sitting at 13.5. I was gonna go bet it. I was visiting my parents that day. My mom was like, hey, can you do something for me? I did a 5-minute errand for my mom. I came back, the line had moved to 16.
Yeah, I just took the over in this one.
And plus Hawaii's quarterback's banged up. He's got some ankle injury lingering. We don't really know what his situation is. And Chang, for as great as he's done at Hawaii, playing in this great state of Hawaii, on the mainland, he's struggled.
They've been bad. They've been not good on the mainland.
Yeah.
Also, I took Arizona minus the 16.5. Again, fade the Mountain West. Fade the Mountain West. Utah, UCLA. Utah 5.5-point favorite here.
I would definitely what.
This is
UCLA's offense going to look like.
This is a game to figure out what both these teams are going to look like this season.
I think Utah, but I mean,
I think we're both pretty high on Utah, but we don't what has Utah shown us in the past year that gives us hope?
I think it's the fact that they're bringing in a new offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is bringing in Dampier, who was with them last season. And I kind of feel like something we need to look at for next year is kind of get ahead of the curve with these coordinators that are switching jobs, that are taking their quarterback from a previous location.
That's fair. I'm excited for this one. I'm glad this one's one of the later ones at night, so I can kind of not have it get lost in the shuffle.
What time is it tonight?
It's 10 p.m. our time, Eric.
Oh, dude, I'll be well asleep, dude.
I know. I'll be well awake.
I'll be nestled up in my little bed sleeping.
I'll be right there on the couch. I'll have this, Hawaii, Arizona, Colorado State, Washington, and Cal, Oregon State in a quad box.
With your glass of champagne.
Yes. It'll be fantastic. Speaking of which, do you touch a Colorado State, Washington? Washington's a 21.5-point favorite. I took Washington minus 21.5, just, again, fade the Mountain West.
God, your Mountain West hate is real.
I am fading every Mountain West team.
It's real, dude. It's real.
Hey, Eric, how about a fade the Mountain West parlay? Penn State minus 43, Michigan minus 35, UTEP plus 6.5, Washington minus 21.5, Arizona minus 16.5, Georgia Southern minus 1.5, plus 5,000, plus 5,073. 50-1.
Do it, dude.
I did it. It's done. You want to give your Jim showing you some hate? I've never seen this side of you. Hey, I don't know. Something clicks in my brain. I either fall in love with something or I hate something, and I get lost in the sauce. What's your Sunday bets here? You want to go through all the Sunday real quick, or you want to just give me your bets for Sunday? Because I don't have anything for Sunday.
Sunday, I just did one. I did Vatek plus 8, plus 255. South Carolina lost 5 defensive players to the NFL draft, taking a step back. More importantly, they lost Rocket Sanders, major blow to the running game, defensive line injuries, uncertainty, especially at the opposite of Dylan Stewart. Vatek, they made some upgrades. Drones, a quarterback, healthy offensive line, made a huge change, bringing in more from West Virginia. That's going to make the unit immediately better. Wide receiver room added Aiden Green and Donovan Green, 2 playmakers on the outside. They bring in Montgomery to be the offensive coordinator. I think it's just going to boost the offensive scheme. But the big hire was Skefiles from the Arizona Cardinals. He comes in with NFL experience, excellent in-game adjustments, and strengthens the defense. And the one thing people need to realize is when you're at the NFL level, you're just given a frozen shot of a play, and you let the coaches go from there. At the college level, these coaches are given iPads, and you can rewatch the play. So when you have a guy that's coming from the highest level of football, who's already a great in-game adjuster, and you're giving him this tool, I think this is just a home run hire. They return Copeland, Gilliam, Woodson, Keller. I think this defense is going to surprise people in the ACC. Drones, mobile, dual threat ability, can exploit the secondary of South Carolina. Now, I look. The biggest trend I found, Jim, Vatek, 6-0 all time in Sunday games. Healthy quarterback, upgrade offensive line. South Carolina missing a ton. Huge coaching upgrades. It's going to be at a neutral site game. I absolutely love the Hokies. Give me Vatek here, plus the 8, plus 255.
I like that. I'm not touching it. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy Sunday, I think. Notre Dame, Miami, any thoughts on the game itself?
All right, let me ask you this question. Game, like your life is on the line. Who do you trust in the game more to make adjustments? Cristobal or Freeman?
Freeman.
Yeah, so I'll wait till I'll wait to see if Miami gets up, and I can get Freeman at a better number.
I do think Notre Dame's the better team, too.
But, dude, the reports of that freshman quarterback, man.
I don't think they're going to rely on him too much. I mean, Miami's defense should be really good, so fuck, I don't know.
All right, and also maybe lean to an under. Like I was reading online, it's going to rain down there in Miami, and they also have a game today there. So I mean, how good is that grass going to? How good is that field going to be? Could be slick. Carson Beck. I don't know. Like I was on Lock Talk last night, and Gino from Bet Openly was really hyping up Carson Beck. And I'll be honest, I just don't see it with him.
I'm not a believer.
I mean, he did pull one of the twins, so props to him for that. But
for someone that looks like Carson Beck, very impressive.
Dude, props to him. But he is making like $4 million in whatchamacallit.
Yeah, he's making the NIL money.
Yeah, and Jake Ferguson of the Cowboys, I think, got engaged the other one.
That's a crazy stat. And then any thoughts Monday, TCU at UNC?
I feel I have to take Belichick. I feel like that's going to be the biggest trap of the day, dude.
Yeah, the fact that they're giving you such a short dog on North Carolina. I think North Carolina has guys, though, but I really like TCU. I really like what TCU's doing offensively. I don't know.
Have you ever met anyone that's gone to TCU?
No.
Someone made that comment to me last night. I was like, I have never met anyone that's went to fucking TCU. Does that school even exist?
I mean, I've never met anyone that goes has never been to SMU.
I have, dude. You want to hear something mind-blowing? One of my first students, their dad played on SMU's football team and was the guy that would go get the envelope of money to give to Dickerson.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, Erik. Time for the round robins. I've got one for you.
Lay it on me, big dog.
It's all juicy because I wanted to swing for the fences. This is a swing for the fences round robin and parlay. Florida Atlantic, FAU, plus 528. Coastal Carolina, plus 432. Toledo, plus 305. Southern Miss, plus 447.
Look, my round robin is just very simple. The teams that I played out. I don't have any fancy names for Jim. Maybe I can work on my name distribution moving forward. But for me, the best number I found was on Rivers It was Vatech money line, UTEP money line, UMass, Southern Miss, and Rice money line. Vatech 255, UTEP 195, UMass plus 104, Southern Miss plus 450, and Rice plus 310. Best line I could find.
And then I can't let you go, Eric. We're back for the full tailgate. I've got a nice, disgusting, deplorable 4-team teaser.
Why? Why, Jimmy?
Plus 235. Here's what we're teasing. We're teasing the Tennessee Volunteers down to 7.5 versus Syracuse. I'm going to tease Eastern Michigan up to plus 20.
That's going to be the one that gets you, dude.
I'm going to tease Alabama down to -8. And I'm going to tease the LSU Tigers up to plus 10. I only did 4 teams this time, Eric. Oh, I wish. Imagine if remember last year when I went on like a 4-week heater with teasers?
It was brutal, dude.
It was awesome.
That was nothing but that negative reinforcement for you to do that.
It worked so well. I was so happy.
I was disappointed, Jim. I expected more from you.
You shouldn't expect more. You should only expect a longer teaser later in the year.
2018 teaser.
I think the most that the books that I use let me are 12.
I know a guy that allows 25. Do you want me to put
I would do it. I would do it. There's probably, there's a guy, obviously, there's a local book that I could go with, but they only let you bet off credit.
Oh.
And I refuse to do that.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Any other, thoughts, vibes, takes you want to get off for week 1 of college football? Lee Corso's last game day.
Yeah, it's going to be...
They're going to try and make a tearjerker out of it.
They will. And I'll be honest, dude. Back when I was a kid, I watched that shit religiously, dude.
Oh, all the time.
Religiously. But it's kind of no. It
and you're the biggest Pat McAfee fan I know.
That guy is such a worthless. But the fact people listen to that moron fucking talk will never cease to amaze me.
Now you're more of a when Khalil's got his picks right here. Syracuse, Tennessee, first half under 27. Manning, anytime touchdown. Indiana, team total over 37.5. Ty Simpson plus 25 rush yards. South Carolina minus 6.5. Jay Coleman plus 89 over 89 rush yards.
I like those, except for
we should get more in the prop game sometime.
One prop I was asked about last night. Arch Manning over under 6.5 rush attempts.
I like the over.
Yeah, I do too.
You're more of a big noon kickoff guy anyway, especially now they got your favorite boy. They got your boy Portnoy on there.
Shut up! Are you serious, dude?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
He's he's coming for guest spot. He's not on every show, but Fox partnered with Barstool, and they're partnering on the big noon kickoff stuff. So Barstool will do their show at the same location, and then they'll have either Big Cat or Dave Portnoy on to talk football.
Yeah,
except for this week because Ohio State banned them.
Because those are the dudes. I'm like, oh my god, what are those guys betting on? I really want to know what those fucking guys are betting on. Dude. Let me know. Why? How the fuck did Ohio State ban it?
They banned Barstool and Dave Portnoy from campus. From campus, I don't know.
Who cares?
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know. Maybe they're anti-Semitic. I don't know. Thank you everyone for watching. We appreciate you. We love you. Just sit your ass down on the couch, watch a million football games, drink a million beers, and have a great time. Let's win some bets, boys. Bye-bye.